Hey, what is up, everyone? It is Monday, November 27th. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone last week. So start off for the S&P 500, going over the futures markets, of course, going over the start off S&P 500. What we had today was just simply, if we take the daily extension levels, going down to it, see it hit up in the extension zone. Looked like it's going to be a breakout day to the downside for it, but it's where it found its support, slightly lower than it, and then that whole zone area was just used as support as prices started bouncing up into it. But what we have is we have a potential retracement trade. I was looking at getting this earlier today, but never quite got there and hit it. So going into tomorrow, this will be the main trade setup looking for right in here. This trade, this retracement trade setup. So expect some type of resistance at one of these levels up in here, but it is a trade that I'm looking to take for it going into tomorrow. And then the rest of this right here are just simply ABCD moves right here. You can see it's where is it? See, came down to 50, we're out to the 1.14. Same thing again, down to the 50.61, up to the 1.146, so on and so on. So that's all it was. So actually, all these were also retracement trades as well. I just didn't take those today just because they were too small for my liking. But that's where the SP 500 went today. Going over into the Russell 2000, we have a lot going on over here in the Russell 2000. So earlier today, I'll take this off like that. Earlier today, we had a triangle trade, and the triangle trade I look for is it's just there's first one, second one, third one, and fourth one right there. So that's the triangle trade 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically, what you look for is you get a high, you get a lower low, lower high, and then higher low. And so these points 3 and 4 have to be inside of points 1 and 2 right there. And so that's how that works. So we got that. Then what we do is we take the inside pitchfork right here, and there's the inside pitchfork, just attach it to points 2, 3, 4. And the levels we have is the median, which is the red line. The light green is the 1, and the kind of darkish tealish green is the 5. And so then all we look for is, and for me to signify that this is the triangle trade, just connect points 1 to 3. So when you get a close above the 1 line for the green line right here, close above it, then the target is the 5 line right up here for it. But if price comes down and hits this bottom of it right here, then we move the exit either to median line if it's close to being the exit, or up to close to where price broke out of it right up here. So even though it went up and hit the 5 line right there in this trade setup, what we would have done is, which I wouldn't in this one, is let's see here, you get in right there. That's where you could first get in, and then your second entry is down right there at the bottom of it right there. And so you take this up to about probably close to where kind of like the breakout is, not necessarily close, but close to the breakout for it. So it's about a 9.5 point gain in there. You take a little loss for it, about a 3. Well, not where did this go to? How did this go? Right there. Take that to about right there. It's about a 2 point loss, about 9.5. So about 7.5 point gain overall for that trade. But that one's said and done, because what we have a whole lot bigger one right here that I'm really looking at. So using the red symbol for it right here, red, you can see it. Let me take these off because I don't need that anymore. That was an expanding triangle trade. I'll show you what that looks like. That's just, you take the shift pitchfork and you go to 1, 2, 3, and you can see price never has come up and closed above it up here. So that's why I took that one off, because we don't need that one anymore. But anyways, using the red ones, here we have the 1, 2, there's a higher high, or there's high, there's low, lower high, higher low. So there you go, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 3 and 4 are within the 1 and the 2. So to signify it, I just take the trend line right there between points 1 and 3 to remind me that's what this is. And then I put the inside pitchfork on it. And so as you can see, price got it wicked off of there, but then it came up and closed above it right there. So that's where the original entry was right here. I'll put a little line for it. I got in just slightly better right there. Overnight session when Monday to open up on Sunday, or excuse me, Sunday night opened up yesterday. So if the price continues to come on down, you see I have an order to buy 2 down here, because if the price continues to go down here and hits this level down here, I'll look to get in for it, and then I will take it up closer to about right up there or so for that. Probably a little lower, just to ensure you get out of the sun. Take a little loss and have a big gain on that one for it. But what we're looking for right now is for the price to really rock it up, and we're looking for it all the way up here at this green line right here. So that's the target we're looking for currently. But if price breaks down, hits this lower line, we'll get in right here, and then we'll get in closer to where price broke out of it right over here, right in that level. But right now we're looking for, hopefully, if we get a good pop up over here, look for a nice gain up into about the mid 1800s, 1840s, and price is currently at 1806. So no, definitely not out of the realm of possibility for going up there hitting that. So that's the trade we're in right now. Going over to the the Dow, no, not the Dow. Yes, the Dow Jones. So we had a potential expanding triangle, see 1, 2, and then we got a higher high, lower low. So we use put 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. So if price ever came up and closed above it, that'd be a long setup right there, and you can see it ticked off of there, but never closed above it. I'm not sure if it is going to do that. Why do I want to do that? What I will do is go ahead and put just one of these on there to remind me that this is an expanding triangle trade right there. Oops. There you go. But then right here you can see, here we have just regular triangle trade. There's the high, there's low, lower high, higher low. Points 3 and 4 are within points 1 and 2 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then we just take points 2, 3, 4. There is the inside pitchfork. So closed above right there. So that's where the entry would have been. And then price just came up on this and hit it right there for it. I wasn't in this trade, but it would be a nice one. 50-point gain right there for it. So then that one is said and done for the Dow Jones. And it doesn't look like there's really anything else going on right now for the Dow Jones. Down here, we have a retracement trade set up. We had a potential shift pitchfork one way down here. Then we have just a bunch of other retracement trade setups down here. So under the price closes all down here. We'll have a couple of these looking to hit the old retracement. And then we also have a retracement trade set up here, but we don't have any expanding triangle trades or triangle trades currently that we're looking to get in right now for the Dow Jones. We have oil. Oil's just kind of seesawed back and forth today. Earlier, I was in a long trade, got in right here, got out about right here. There's a whole bunch of junk going on. Let me take this off. That'll help show you what I'm talking about. So here we have an expanding one using that. There's point 1. No, I'm sorry, the regular triangle. Point 1, point 2 right here, point 3 right here, point 4 right here. So points 3 and 4 are within points 1 and 2. So then we just put the triangle or the inside pitchfork on points 2, 3, 4. And then we're looking for a close down below down here, going over to the, no, I'm sorry, I messed this up. So we're looking for a close because up 0.4, that's what we're looking for going up this way. So we're looking for a close up above, coming up here. So that's where this one initially closed out right there. So initially the target for this one was all the way about right up there, 79, close to $80. But that obviously didn't happen. What happened was price came back down, hit this level right here. So that's we'd get in another one, but I didn't get in until about what is this right here, 75.14. That's when I first saw that this is happening. And also this is something I've been looking at all weekend to see how I want to do it. And so then what we do for this one right here, when it's closer to the median line, when it's more of like a flatter channel for, we don't take it all the way up here to the upside. We just take it closer to the median line, a little bit north of the median line. So that's why you get in here at 2 contracts right there. So for instance, there's the entry, get out, say somewhere about rightish here, you know, above where it initially hits the median line for about 80 ticks down. But then if you get in 2 contracts right there, take it up for about 90-ish or so right there. You know, you more than made up for it for a nice profit right there. So that's kind of like the line of demarcation, the last resort for what you're doing right there. So that's why I got out. I got out on this one right here when I get at 75.57. I think down here a little bit, yeah, down here. So I was already in some decent profit for it, rather than taking it here even more. But that's how it works. So this is where the initial entry is, and then if price doesn't go your way, it comes back all the way to get down here, get out for double the amount, whatever you got in for here for, and then you take it out just slightly above kind of the median line area, about right up in here. So something like that to give you a nice gain for it. And it is different than, for instance, let's see. This is a different one. That's a different one. Which one were we looking at earlier for it? I don't remember what it was, but the other one that we were looking at, it had it more of an angle, like going up to the. Oh, that's what it is. This one right here. Yeah. So if price does end up coming down and hitting this down right here, we're not just taking it up the midline. We'll take it up a little bit higher for it. So that's the entry. You know, take it down to probably, depending on how low it goes. You know, you got some about right there. Then say you get in right about here, 19. You want to get at least even, so that way you'll make a decent profit out of it. But that's how that works. But then also we have for oil. So anyways, so that was what we had initially, and obviously this one is said and done right here. But what we do have now is we have a much bigger one, triangle trade right here. So here's 0.1, 2, 3, 4 right there. So this is one I'm now. So we take the inside pitchfork up here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So points. There's points 1. There's 0.2. There's 0.3. There's 0.4. Using the symbol force for it. So when price closes below the green line right there, there it is. And I put the blue line just to remind me this is a triangle trade to use points 1, 3 right there. There we go. When price closes below it right there. There, close below it. So that signals that's the entry point area for right there. The exit is all the way down here at the green line down here. You know, somewhere starting at about $70. Obviously, it's moving up, but it starts about $70 moving up for it. So, you know, if this thing does go down and hit, we can expect a big drop in oil this week. You know, price is currently at $75.02, so $75. So somewhere around the low 70s, you know. Could move up into the 71s, stuff like that. But I look for at least a $3 drop if this move does go, you know, come to fruition. If not, and price continues to move up, it's his upper line will get short there and then take it down south of the what's it called? Median line right there for it. That's what we had set for oil. Go over to NASDAQ. Not a whole lot going on NASDAQ. We're just waiting for a retracement trade set up right here. So price continues to move down. Going into tomorrow, we only got 3 minutes left for the trading session today right now. So definitely not getting to this one, but we'll look to get in right here, take it to 38. If that didn't happen, it goes to 61. We'll get in right there, take it to 50. If that doesn't work, we'll get in for twice the amount down here, take it up just north at 61. And so that's how the retracement trade sets up. And that is what we are looking for that. And see over here, we had a inside pitchfork trade from the triangle trade. So they're closed outside of it right there. And that would have been the exit right there. So that one went up there and worked. And as you can see, we just have a bunch of other retracement trades that we're looking for. So is that 1, 2, 3, 4? So take 2, 3, 4. And that would have been a really nice shift pitchfork for the expanding triangle trade right there. Example. Yeah. And this one, it looks like an ABCD trade. Yeah, that's what we have right there for it. So yeah, Nasdaq, it just bounced off of the, going for Nasdaq, where is it? Bounced off of the daily extension. You can see right down there. Hit off perfectly up to 1.44, and that's where it found a support for the day. Almost went up and went from extension to extension level. Didn't quite make it up there to the upper side of it, but for the bottom side, that was what the Nasdaq was for today. If we look at Bitcoin over here real quick, looking at the daily charts for it, had been popping off some, but today a little bit of a pullback there right there. And this does create a retracement trade setup. Right there, we go to 15-minute charts, and what it's going to do today, you see this is just a simple extension low setup today. Yeah, see right down there, it looks like on Friday was a simple extension high. Yeah, see extension high on Friday down to extension low here today. The day before that, it looked like it was extension high. Yeah, came down right to when it opened for it. So, and you know, the previous day, extension low day. So that's how it works. You know, occasionally you get a blowout day where the extensions just don't hold. And like here's one right here. Here's a blowout day right here. See, found some support, and then just blowout day. But for the most part, extensions hold. But I'd say about 10 to 15% of the time they don't, and you get a blowout day. But they're good targets to have, whether you're looking for price going to the upside or price going to the downside from excuse me, day to day. But anyways, those are the trades I'm looking for going into Tuesday, November 20th tomorrow. I'm looking for, you know, very bullish trade setup for the Russell 2000. And a very bearish trade setup for the crude oil markets. And then for the S&P 500, it's kind of no man's land right there. The only thing we're looking for is either retracement trade setups. Either way, we got one short up here or a long down here. And then the only thing we have for the Dow Jones is we are looking for a retracement trade down here. You know what we do have though? Look at this budget chart here. So if we use the orange semaphores, so right here, let me take this thing off right here. Orange semaphores. Oh, you know what? We don't. No, because that one is that one's higher. Not that we were having expanding, but we do have potential expanding triangle. If this semaphore right here turns orange, we will have an expanding triangle trade. See, there's the high orange semaphore. There's the low, higher high, lower low. So when this one turns orange, we'll have an expanding triangle trade. And then also do for that is we take the shift pitchfork and go just like that. So when this one turns orange right here, and we can see it's already closed above it right there, but I don't get in long, look to get in long right there. I wait for this one to turn orange, and you can see it paints after the fact. It doesn't do it in real time. It takes several bars after it to paint, but once it does paint orange, this will be a long setup going up to there. So I'll look to get into that one. So hopefully we got 15 minutes until the market's closed for an hour, and then they open back up. And so we'll see if this one turns orange. If it does, go long, look to take it up to there. If not, it comes down and hits that, we'll get in right there, and then have the exit just above the median line, close to where the original entry is for right there. So those are the trades today. Thanks everyone. Take care. Bye.